everybody and welcome to a new lecture. In this one I'm going to talk about time frames and the difference between a swing trader and a day trader. So first of all I want to talk about myself and my trading style. First of all, I sleep at normal times and throughout the day I dedicate a lot of time for day trading, which requires a lot of discipline and a lot of monitoring of positions and micromanaging it because it deals with risk, okay? So let me explain this to you guys. A day trader will look at a very low time frames such as 1, 3, 5 and 15 minute time frames. Whereas a swing trader, what they will do is to look at a much higher time frames such as 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours and even daily time frames. So the difference between a day trader and a swing trader is that a day trader looks for heavy volatility in the market throughout the day. They look for coins that could lead to heavy gains especially. So let's say a coin is down 10% today. Then it is an opportunity to look for a bottom. And if a coin is up 10-15%, it is an opportunity to look for a top. So as a day trader, we like to capitalize on small gains throughout the day that can add up immensely. So once again, day traders, they focus specifically on very low time frames such as 1, 3, 5 and 15 minutes time frames, and swing traders will look at much higher time frames, and you need to ask yourself, what kind of trader do you want to be first of all, or can you be? Are you someone who can dedicate a lot of time to be in front of the computer and it requires a lot of management because we have to watch our positions because it deals with risk in general? As a swing trader, once you have a confirmation on a much bigger trend in general, you don't have to be in the front of the computer all day. You can check up throughout the days and there is not too much to manage. Swing trading is referring on our moving average strategy, where you buy when the 8, 13 and 21 moving averages are crossing up the 55 moving average, and you sell when the 8, 13 and 21 moving averages are crossing down the 55 moving average, and this strategy works very well for you if you don't want to be in front of the computer all day. I know a lot of people who have full-time jobs while taking many swing trading positions as well throughout the months. So please, first of all, you have to ask yourself what time do you have to allocate and what kind of style do you prefer. You want to have one bigger gain in one trade, or you want to make small gains throughout the day adding up? It just depends on what kind of person you are. I don't like to wait for a big sum as a reward. I'd rather take small gains throughout the day and treat it like gains because I feel like I've done something that people haven't, and it feels awesome to know, hey, I just made $50 in 2 minutes, or hey, I just made $100 in 5 minutes or something like that, and it is an awesome feeling and I like that. So you may be wondering what is the difference between these time frames. So let's go to the daily time frame, where each candle represents that day's open, close, high and low prices. So when you look at the daily time frame, think of it like a big picture that is going on. Now if you want to zoom in to see what is going on in that specific time frames, then go down to a much lower time frame to see in detail what is going on and what the candles are telling you at that specific time. So if you move to 2 hour time frame, it means that 12 candles will create one candle for the daily, so we'll get 12 2-hour candles that make one day. Or if you go to 1 hour time frame, you will get 24 candles that make one candle for the day. If you go to 30-minute candle time frame, you will have 4 candles that will make a 2-hour candle. Or even to 1 minute, you will get 60 1-minute candles that will create 1 hour candle. So the bigger time frames are being used by swing traders and for people that want to see the bigger picture, and the lower time frames are for day traders and for those people that want to see in much more detail what is going on in that specific day or hour. So for a swing trader, you don't really care about the 1, 3, 5, 15, 30 minutes or 1 hour time frames. You want to look at the bigger time frames to confirm a bigger trend in general to capitalize gains throughout the days, weeks, or even months. As a day trader, you don't want to hold positions open throughout the night while you sleep. The only thing that I might do is to set a buy order if I think that it is going to bounce from that specific region, and I am cool with doing that. Sometimes these low time frames could create a cascade at the bigger time frames, and sometimes the bigger time frames can cause a domino effect to the lower time frames as well. So for example, if you are on the daily chart here for Bitcoin, you can see it as being very overbought up here, and obviously it will start down ticking, right? And that will cause a domino effect on those other lower time frames as well to become more bearish. What I do as a trader is that I will scan all of these time frames to get confluent reasons to enter or to exit a trade, and I look specifically to very overbought and very oversold regions. So basically what you want to do is to find confluent reasons in as many time frames and other indicators as well to make a decision of what are you going to do. I'm going to buy or I'm going to sell. Find as many confluent reasons to do something and be right about it, rather than more reasons not to do something, and that is what traders are doing all the time. And that's why we enter a trade, because we are convinced of something, we have an idea that will go one direction. You need to have that belief before entering that trade. So if I was asking you why you entered that trade, you need to have a rational reason for your decision. So let me give you an example of what a swing trader will do. So here I'm on NEO chart and I am using a higher time frame like 4 hours. A swing trader will use the moving average strategy of hours that I presented to you at the beginning of this course. So what they will do is to look for a crossover of the 55 moving average with high volume and conviction, and as soon as the crossover happens to the upside, they will buy this coin and ride it until they see a crossover of the 55 moving average to the downside with high volume and conviction as well. And that is what a swing trader will do. They look for a good entry point, and as soon as the moving averages 8, 13 and 21 are crossing down the 55 moving average, they will look for a good exit point as well. So when they buy, they are in profit if the decision was right and the market is going up, and they are taking profit when they sell. And when they sell, they are in profit again if they want to buy it again when they see a crossover to the upside of the 55 moving average. So basically, if you trade one single coin all the time, you can be in profit all the time if you just follow this simple strategy to buy when you see a crossover to the upside of the 55 moving average, and to sell when you see a crossover of the 55 moving average to the downside. Simple as that. So swing trading is a very good for people who have full-time jobs or part-time jobs, because you don't need to manage your position at all. You just look for crossovers and that's it. And this strategy is very reliable if you are using high time frames. So I hope that I give you guys a general idea of what time frames are and how they could be used for confluence. And once again, we try to use all of these time frames to get confirmation of something that is happening that we believe is going to prove our bias. So if I am going to ask you guys why you enter a trade, you need to be able to justify it with solid reasons. So thank you guys for being here with me during this lecture, and I will see you in the next one.